Hey everyone, it's time for another Pathfinder Adventure scenario. We are in scenario 2.6, the final scenario for level 2. We're in the quarry. Advancing the Blessings deck, first card we get is the Henchman. Okay, it says when you examine this card or before you act, succeed at an Arcane or Divine 7 check. My arcane is D10 plus 2. I also have Ahmotep's special power, which will allow me to recharge a card to add plus 2 to my result. But I do not want to fail this. I am going to use a Blessing of Ra so that I have 2D10 and rolling for this check. So I roll 3, 7, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I succeed on that check. So now I have to do two combat checks, so combat 15 and combat 17. So my hand's looking pretty good. I got 2 staves and 2 spells, and I have a blessing. So first thing I'm going to do is I will go ahead and do an immolate spell, which is D10, 2D4, and then I'm going to recharge the explorer's staff so that I can add a D8, and I'll leave it at that. I'm pretty sure I can get 15. I add 2 to this result. So I get 4, 5, 10, 13. So that's 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Okay, because I add plus 2 for my... Okay, so that was right on the money. 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Yep. Cool. I'm going to see if I recharge my immolate spell. And I don't. It gets discarded. For my second combat check, so what I'm going to do here is, for my next combat check, I'm going to do an Unshakable Chill spell, which is my arcane plus a D6. I'm also going to recharge a Frost Staff I have in my hand to use Ahmotep's ability where I add D8. And I'm going to discard a Blessing of Abdar, which will allow me to add another D10. Alright, let's roll. So this was a 5, 6, 7, and 7 is 14. 14 and 4 is 18. 19, 20. So 20 total. I'm going to roll, see if I recharge my Unshakable Chill spell. I don't. Okay, it says here, so after you act, if the result of either check to defeat is greater than 26, so it wasn't. Okay, so if defeated, I can immediately attempt to close this location. So I have to succeed at a Constitution or a Fortitude check with a difficulty of 6 plus the scenario, which is a 2. So basically, my Constitution or Fortitude, my Constitution is a D6. Okay, well, I can use Ahmotep's special ability to add 2 by recharging a card. And I have 1 card left in my hand. So let's hope for a 6. No. Okay, so I do not close this location. But this villain gets banished. I'm going to reset my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if that was a villain, I would have closed that location automatically. But the way I play is that you have to close the location in order to win this scenario. Alright, advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, I get this guy. So before you act, suffer a Scourge. For level 2, the Scourge die is a D6. So rolling that, I roll a 4. This could get interesting. So checking the Scourge table here really quick. Don't have that memorized. When you roll a 4 on the Scourge die. Okay, so I get a Curse of Daybane. Alright, so that's something that Ahmotep's going to have to deal with, is the Curse of Daybane. So let me go ahead and find that. Curse of Daybane. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Ahmotep suffers this curse, goes by her deck to remind her. And now I have to defeat this guy, Combat 13. Okay, I just have, well, I got a lot of good stuff here. I got the so I got the Anubis staff. Reveal this card, discard a spell to use your arcane or divine skill plus 2d6. If it has a construct or undead, it doesn't. I'm just gonna go straight up do an acid splash spell. That's just a d10 and a d6, and I'm gonna use a Blessed of Ra, which will allow me to roll another d10. Okay, let's see what happens. So I rolled a 10, 19, 22, 23, 24. Okay, this villain is banished. Roll to see if I recharge my acid splash spell, and I don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, before I recharge my hand, well, it's a Blessing of the Ancients. So let's see. So while displayed at the start of your turn, so it's not the start of my turn. So now's a good time to do some extra explorations. But I don't have anything in my hand that will allow extra explorations. So instead I will recharge my hand. I will advance the Blessings deck and hopefully, well, it does have the basic trait. So, So it says I have a Blessing of Kepri, which I will use in order to explore my location, since I have the Curse of Daybane. Okay, Trapped Locker, Dexterity Disable or Strength Melee. I have the Ushabi of the Willing Servant. I can add 1d8 to my Strength, Dexterity, or Perception. So, let's see what I want to do here. I can reveal this card, use your Strength or Melee skill. Plus 1d8. That's for a combat check. I'm looking at this card right here. 2 dice, any wisdom or knowledge. So no wisdom or knowledge there. Let's see what I got here. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a straight up dexterity check. Actually, no, that's going to be difficult. What's the if undefeated? So I have to discard cards. Okay, well, if undefeated. Alright, I'm just going to do a dexterity check. So I rolled a 5, plus 1 is 6. I could bump that up to 8, which isn't enough. If undefeated, discard 1d4 minus 1. So I have to discard one card from the top of your deck. Sure, I discard a Flame Staff. This barrier is banished. Just really a hassle, that's all it was. Okay, resetting my hand. Getting a Lightning Bolt. Advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, it doesn't have the basic trait. I'm allowed to do a normal exploration. I get this card. Not really too enthused about it. So I'm just going to roll my d8 for strength. Well, I'll just throw that die on the floor and roll another one. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. I get this card. I'm going to just go ahead and put it in my discard pile. I don't have any cards that allow me to do any extra explorations, which is kind of a problem. I still got 2 more monsters here. I'm going to advance the Blessings deck. Cool, it's a Blessing of Pharasma, so I am allowed an exploration. I get to Flash Freeze. Okay, rolling my Intelligence. I rolled a 4. Let's see. I could recharge a card in order to get this item. So, sure, I'll just recharge a Shield Cloak. Might not be the best idea, but we'll do it. And I get the Flash Freeze. I'm going to go, I need to get some extra exploration cards here, so I'm tossing Flash Freeze. I'm going to toss the Anubis Staff. I'm tossing everything. The only thing I'm going to keep is the Acid Jet and the Lightning Bolt spell. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I got to keep a few cards because I am pretty much out my library. Wow, what happened? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to keep it. I got to keep everything because I only have 4 cards left in my library. Wow. Okay, advancing the Blessings deck. Blessing of Pharasma. Emperor Cobra. I'm going to use the Twin Serpent Quarterstaff. Melee plus 1d6. So that means I can add 2 to this number. So I get a 3 and a 4. So 7. plus 2 is 9. Defeat the Emperor Cobra. Advancing the Blessings deck, I get the Geniekin. Okay, so this is I don't examine anything. So this it's level 2. He's bumped up to at 12. I'm going to use my Twin Serpent Quarterstaff. D10, or actually it's going to be D8 plus a D6. I can recharge the Anubis Staff to give myself another D8, which is what I'm going to do. And let's see what happens. Alright, well, awesome roll there. So 14, more than enough. Geniekin is banished. Resetting my hand. Okay, I get Idori, who will allow me to explore my location. Okay, advancing the Blessings deck. Okay, ouch, it's a Blessing of the Elements. So I'm not able to explore unless I use an ability. Fortunately, I have Idori, who can discard to explore your location. During this exploration, add 2d4 to all combat checks. Let's see what we get. Okay, we just get a Great Club. Strength melee. Don't get this boon. Resetting my hand. Okay, advancing the Blessings deck. It's a Blessing of Horus. Fortunately, I can explore. Crocodile Skin Armor. Okay, Constitution Fortitude 6. Rolling my Constitution. Okay, cool. So I gained this item. I'm going to toss it. Let's see. So I don't have any cards that allow me extra explorations. I have 3 cards left in my deck. There's 1 card left in the Blessing pile, and there's 1 card left in the scenario. So I definitely, if the Blessing is non-basic, I can explore it. If it's basic, I can't explore, thanks to the Curse of Daybane. So what I need to do is I need to just be on the safe side. I need to go ahead and toss 3 cards. So I'm going to toss these 3 cards, and I'm going to recharge my hand, or reset my hand, so I have 3 cards. Wow, none of these cards allow extra explorations. Advancing the Blessings deck. Thankfully, it's a Blessing of Horus. The last exploration for here is the Daba. Wisdom Survival 6. My wisdom is D6. Let's see what happens. 2. This card gets banished. Alright, well, that was a very, very interesting game. Down to the wire there, because of the Curse of the Daybane. Almost ran out of time. The henchman, of course, was not an issue. So, pretty interesting henchman, but got rid of them. Okay, interesting little narrative story there for this adventure. Okay, well, that ends. Technical difficulties. Alright, so I'm not going to go ahead and dismantle Ahmotep's deck. She didn't really get any interesting loot that I'm looking at. She's probably just going to toss a bunch of stuff that she doesn't need. So the reward for this scenario was a power feat. Okay, so looking at this card here, and Ahmotep, let's see, maybe that's a little less clear there. But right now, her kind of blurry there. Let's see if that helps out. So the only power feat that looks interesting, there's one here that helps out other characters at my location, but this is a solo adventure. So I'm going to have to recharge a card that has the staff trait. So I can add the fire trait. Okay, so this is her reward for the scenario. What I'm going to do is have to add all the level 3 cards now, because we are on to Adventure Path level 3. And that will be level 3 for next time. Alright, well, thanks for watching.